911. What's the address of the emergency?
Hampton in Florida. I don't know the fucking. I don't know the street address. My mom is talking to EMS now. She's bleeding out. Please help.
Your mom is doing what?
My mom's bleeding out. She's bleeding out.
Okay, what's the address, or where do you think you are? What road are you off of? What road crosses that road?
So the Hampton in Florida, you go through the gates and you take the first right, and it's the house with the black jet out front. I'm trying to get her to the
Hampton Inn?
The Hampton Inn, yes, ma'am.
What city is it in?
Well, it's Auburndale. I can get it to you. I can't get her up. Okay, how do I lift someone? I need to get her to the hospital. How do I lift someone?
Okay, you called 911, so we're going to send an ambulance.
She doesn't have time. She's bleeding out. She's fucking pale. She doesn't have time. She needs to go now.
A teenage boy kills both his parents 1 year apart. Collin Griffith, a 17-year-old from Florida who just kept finding himself in life-or-death self-defense situations against his own parents. On Valentine's Day, in February 2023, at just 15, Collin fatally shoots his father, Charles Griffin, in their Oklahoma home. He claimed self-defense, saying his dad cornered him, leaving him no choice but to pull the trigger. Authorities can't prove otherwise, so the charges are dropped. Collin moves down to Florida to live with his mother, and their relationship soon turns toxic. In November 2023, his mom Kathy takes away his Xbox and phone to discipline him. Collin snaps, and according to his own grandmother, he pushes his mom to the ground and stomps on her.
Sat down and we ate, and she started talking to me about how a bunch of really bad and then when I got up and I was like, you can't just do that, and she was telling me to shut up, she hit me in the face, and then I reacted like this. She grabbed onto me, I hit her in the stomach, and then I'm a wrestler, it was just reactive, grabbed her, she got to the ground, I grabbed the phone, I started recording, and then I left.
Can I have you go down to the end of the driveway?
Sure.
The deputy's going to want to talk to you, and we'll figure out where we're going from here. How are you?
Not really well. He kicked me, and
Do you need an EMS?
I don't know. It's more here where he kicks me. He kicks me really hard right here, and it just hurts really bad. This is just from him kicking me with his foot and stomping on me while I was on the floor.
208 Central. Can you have EMS respond?
Collin claims self-defense, but the police aren't buying it. He's arrested for domestic violence, and the next day, officers return to check on the situation.
So how is the situation with you and right now? Have things calmed down? Are you guys able to get along? Where are we at?
No, sir, it's not good. She thinks that I beat the shit out of her. I don't. She thinks that I'm like psychotic, like literally psychopath, sociopath, something like that. I don't know exactly where she's at. She thinks I'm going to kill her, and that I want to kill her, or that I want to beat the shit out of her.
Do you?
No, sir.
Okay.
I don't want to hurt anyone, let alone my mom, even despite this happening, but I'm not going to take what I consider abuse when someone's attacking me. And
how is she attacking you? What kind of abuse are we talking?
When she attacked me. When she threw a punch at me, grabbed onto me, I grabbed onto her back. I got her off of me, she hit the ground, and then I fled and called Murd3rs, and then he sent someone out.
You called who?
Murd3rs, Detective Murd3rs.
Okay. So, basically why we came back is when the jail was releasing you to your mom this morning, was there anything said then?
Yeah, I said that I didn't really feel safe there with myself and with her, and that I didn't know what was going to happen. I still don't know what's going to happen.
As far as what?
Her attacking me, or her doing something to herself or me.
Okay, what about you doing something to her? Are you able to control yourself?
I'm in a constant state of fight or flight, and I don't know. If I think she's going to do something, even if she's not, I might act. I'm not going to go crazy or anything, but I'm not sure, honestly.
Okay.
You're not sure if you're going to hurt
Only if she tries to hurt me.
Okay. Did you make any statements saying that you were going to kill
No,
your
sir.
mom
No, sir.
if you got in the car with her?
No,
I'm
sir.
trying to figure out why we would have a corporal at the jail that took you out, that dropped you off with your mom and telling us that you said, don't put me in the car with her, I'm going to kill her.
Yeah,
Was that said?
I did not say I was going to kill her. I did not say kill. I don't know why he sent me back here. I asked him not to, but he said he didn't like my attitude and that I had to just work on it. And he sent me back here. But his words, not mine.
Okay. Well, we're just trying to figure out, we just want to make sure we do everything we can to prevent anything happening.
Sir, given the situation, I don't think that we should be in the same house at all. I don't think it's okay. I mean, we're going to court anyways at 1. God knows what's going to happen then.
How are you getting to court?
By car.
Do you drive? How old are you?
Yeah, but I have to have an adult in the car with me.
You got a learner's permit?
Yeah. She's been trying to lure a confession out of me all day. It's been, well, it's not, sorry, not all day, but...
So what does this all start over? Has this been ongoing forever, or has this all of a sudden happened last night?
For a long time. So I came to live with her after my dad died, and since then, there's just been kind of times when things boil over with her, and she acts out. One time, she pulled a gun on me. I called the cops. I guess I wasn't believed. So
What got her to the point that she's doing these things?
I don't know.
You have no idea. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, she pulls a gun or hit you?
It's because that I'm driving her crazy somehow with the way that I act, and I don't know how I'm acting badly. She talks about school a lot. My grades are fine. I got a 3.7 GPA.
Okay, I mean, obviously you're not, you're a smart enough kid. I get that or whatever, but I mean, obviously it takes two to create this type of environment in this situation, right? And I've heard nothing. You haven't said a word about what's going on, what you're doing, or what is going on to provoke this, or where it's coming from, other than out of the blue, your mom flies off the handle and does this stuff. I'm struggling with that a little bit.
She claims that because I don't help around the house, don't seem to follow rules. A big thing for her is that I don't make a schedule. I don't schedule my day. She has ADHD and a lot of other stuff. She was really abused by my dad, from what I know, and that kind of just made it to where she has these very specific things that set her off, these triggers. They're strange. It's hard to understand them. I still don't. So that kind of just sets her off, and I'm worried that she's at her breaking point. I mean, with everything that's happened, how could she not be?
So how long ago was your dad passed? Sorry to hear that, by the way.
7 months.
7 months?
Yeah. He attacked me, my dad, and when he did, he tried to kill me overnight, and then it was in Oklahoma, and he died. So, yeah.
How was that?
I shot him when he tried to kill me.
Did you already have a gun in your hand? Or did you go
I
get
was
one?
fleeing, and the house was filled with guns, 23 to be exact, and
You knew who they were?
I didn't seek one out, I was just trying to run, but when I was cornered and I had nothing else, there was a gun, and just kind of happened.
Why was he trying to kill you?
He's also a bit of a case, but homophobia. If you can believe that, and a bit of other stuff.
Oh, so is that why?
No. With that.
No, I'm saying, is that what you think a gun out on you or what?
I don't know. I think
Does she know about that incident?
she does. And
Okay.
she thinks that as a result of that incident beforehand that I'm like murderous or sociopathic. She said sociopathic a lot. So lack of... I don't know the clinical definition, but basically she thinks that I'm an emotionless, narcissistic, murderous person.
Are you seeing anybody about that situation and work through that, or what?
Online therapy rather than that.
Online therapy?
Yeah,
Okay. How's that working?
it's going, I guess, but probably going to miss this session and the next session because of everything that's going on.
Okay.
Who are you, son?
Okay. So right now, I mean,
We're just gonna play Shinkos, alright?
that's what.
Yeah. Just for right now, alright?
This is the second time.
It's okay.
I'll still make my court appearance, though.
Should. If not, they'll definitely know, make sure they
Be
know
Zoom or something.
where you are.
Is this an arrest or a Baker Act?
This is big. You ain't got anything on you. You just gonna poke some
You got something in your pocket there? I don't know what that is.
It's my wallet.
Hey, you got him, but hold on one second. No, you're good. Let me just talk to Sergeant. Go ahead.
Nothing in your wallet? Shouldn't be there.
I don't think so.
I'm guessing you just came out of jail with that?
Yeah.
Where I don't know what end she's got going or whatever, but some of the statements that we were told by some of the jail staff when you were here or whatever is going to warrant us a Baker Act, you to make sure everybody's safe, make sure you're not a harm to yourself or others.
Yes.
So just so you know what's going on.
I think it's
right?
better that I don't be in that house anymore.
Okay.
Regardless, so if you agree with that.
Yeah. No, I mean I think this is probably the best result. Would you agree?
Yeah. I just wanted. Are you recording?
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't spoken with my attorney, so I need to make sure that happens before my court date.
Right. When you get there or whatever, I'm sure you'll have access to the phone. Do you know who your attorney is? Do you have that information?
I don't think I've been appointed one yet.
Okay.
And I have a court date at 1, so I shouldn't. But I have a right to speak with him, so I need to speak with him immediately.
Well, I mean, you're not being arrested right now. So.
I know, but I am having a criminal case brought against me, so I have to speak.
Right. Well, when you get down there, you'll have access to a phone, and you'll be able to make some phone calls and make that happen.
Can I know what's going on?
Yeah, we'll explain things to you here in a quick second.
Based on what the police see and hear, they remove Collin from the house and place him under Florida's Baker Act because Collin was making disturbing statements about hurting himself and his mother. This is a law that allows people to be involuntarily committed for mental health evaluation if they're deemed a danger to themselves or others. Before he leaves, his mom comes out to talk to him.
Hey, you to talk to you. You want to talk to her? All right.
Did you tell them at the jail that you were going to kill me? Did you say you were going to hurt me? Okay. I heard you say you were worried what was going to happen.
Ma'am,
Yes.
they have to go.
I understand, but
They have to go.
On the surface, you wouldn't guess anything is wrong. In the summer of 2024, Collin Griffith is constantly posting photos with her son Collin, smiling, laughing, and looking like any other happy family. In one post, they're side by side, all smiles, just a mom and her boy on what seems like a perfect 4th of July, but behind those pictures is a much darker reality. Fast forward to September 2024, just days before Kathy's death, Collin runs away and storms to his grandmother's house after yet another fight with his mom. This time over chores, and when she tells him to come home, he refuses. So on September 8th, Catherine goes to bring him back home, and within hours, she's dead. Another fatal confrontation, another self-defense claim from Collin. Neighbors reported hearing screaming. Witnesses say they saw Collin dragging his mother inside as she begged him to let her go. Minutes later, she's found with a fatal stab wound to the neck. Collin tells police she attacked him with a knife and somehow fell on it, but the medical examiner claimed otherwise, saying the type of injury was inconsistent with falling on a knife. Collin is arrested and charged with murder. At trial, the truth about Collin and his mother's relationship comes out, and it's anything but simple. Testimony reveals that Collin Griffith's life was full of conflict. Her ex Collin's father was abusive toward her, and according to Collin's grandmother, Catherine could be unpredictable and even violent towards her son. She allegedly beat him with a belt, forced him to do push-ups, and even made him run in place while holding a weight over his head. Then there is another side to Collin. A detective who knew the family describes Collin as manipulative. He's polite and respectful to his grandmother and to anyone who gives him what he wants, but the second he hears no, he explodes. Collin loved that his mom gave him everything, but the second she asked him to do something, like take out the trash, he'd lose it. When his anger boiled over, he'd cool off at his grandma's house, and if things got really bad, child services would step in. Collin Griffith made one thing clear. When he was upset, he did not want to live with his mom. He told a detective he'd rather be in jail, a psych ward, or even foster care than go back to her. He told his grandfather he kept thinking over and over about how he wanted to slit his mother's throat. Witnesses also told the jury Catherine made multiple suicide attempts, including one handing Collin a gun and telling him to kill her. Just one day before her death, she posted something haunting on Instagram, a lonely photo of a bridge disappearing into the trees. The caption said, "That old familiar body ache, the snaps from the same little breaks in your soul. You know when it's time to go. Sometimes giving up is the strong thing." The defense took all that and ran with it. They argued that Catherine forced the confrontation, that this wasn't just self-defense, but suicide by son, and the jury believed it. Collin Griffith was found not guilty of murder again.
Found as follows. As to the defendant in this case, as to count one, the defendant is not guilty. As to count two, the defendant is not guilty. So say will, this 5th day of February, 2025.
2 dead parents, 2 self-defense cases, 2 times he walks free. The jury knew Collin had killed before. They heard that he shot and killed someone in self-defense, but what they didn't hear was that the victim was his own father. The judge kept that detail out of the trial. The jury never knew that Collin had walked free once after killing a parent. Do you think that would have changed their verdict? Let us know in the comments, and if you want more content just like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to receive the latest video when it drops. Until next time, stay safe.